Very good morning, students. We have seen this chapter, too many activities in live class. My point of view, as I have told you earlier, we are talking about my point of view. So far, some of the things we have seen, it was just in general. I have told you earlier, I have explained also earlier, that point of view in general. Now what I have to say, and we have seen two activities about UFO, unidentified objects, UFO, and we have seen various points of view regarding UFO. How they are, what they are. Army troops has to say something else. IIT has to say another thing. Now here there is a nice interview with Carl Sagan, a very respected scientist. Okay, they are taking different points of view on the same thing, as we have said from the beginning. Unidentified flying objects. There are flying objects. People have different views about that. See, it is the same thing. That's what we are telling from the very beginning. So Dr. Carl Sagan, as he discussed his point of view on the subject of extraterrestrial life. This is also we have talked. Extraterrestrial. That means it is not from this earth, not from the planet Earth, from outer space. As you read, underline the words that you find the new, that we do it. After you do it, ask your classmate, use a dictionary. Okay, this is regarding the words. Now, what is this interview? We have got textbook. The interviewer, one who interviews, asked Dr. Sagan to give his views on existence of intelligence extraterrestrial and the many sightings and reports from the people who say that they have seen this being on earth. Now Dr. Sagan is asked that yes, these sights, these extraterrestrial, they are coming from other than the place of the earth. Existence is there, they have noticed. Now what you want to say exactly about this? The scientist, give your point of view. Okay, my point of view we are talking about. Carl Sagan, he says now, interviewer asks, he says, I personally have been captured by the notion of extraterrestrial life. He says, I myself personally have seen the notion, the movement of this extraterrestrial. Something is coming from other than the earth. And especially extraterrestrial intelligence from childhood, it swept me up. See, he might have heard all these things. See, we also see some stars, some shining stars. Sometimes it looks that the star is just broken. So this Dr. Carl Sagan also has seen these things from his childhood. And he was taken up. I have been involved in sending spacecraft as a scientist. he is sending a spacecraft to nearby planets to look for a life and the radio search for extraterrestrial intelligence. See, this is what he is answering. As a child also he was very fond of this thing, and as a scientist he is sending a spacecraft to the other planets to find out whether there is a life possible or not. Okay, recently, last year I remember we had that assembly also. We have sent this Chandrayaan. Unfortunately, the whole mission was failed. If we found the intelligent life, some intelligent life is there somewhere other than the earth. That's what is Dr. Carl Sagan is telling. On the other planet. Okay, that's what they are trying. Scientists, the American Institute, NASA, Indian Institute, that is ISRO. Everybody is trying to find life somewhere else so that we can shift over there. That may be the thing. Now recently there was a news. Okay, there is a village, the moon and things like that. It would be an absolutely transforming event in human history. Just transforming event. If the human is able to find out that there is a life on other planet, whichever planet we take it, that will be a transformation, total transformation will be there. Some of those who are rich people, and they may go and stay on the Mars, on the moon. How nice thing it would be. So it would be a transforming history. This question is there. What will be the transforming history? So if a human being is able to find out a life other than the earth. But the stakes are so high. Okay? The risk is so high on whether it's true or false that we must demand the more rigorous standards of evidence. Very solid evidence we should have. People will claim, they may say, rigorous, okay, very solid proof we should have that yes, the existence of life is there on the other planet. We have to be very careful about it, about the existence, about the evidence, about the proof. We should be careful. I am frequently asked, Dr. Carl Sagan again says, he is asked again and again, how could I search for extraterrestrial? Extraterrestrial, these we have seen. How can we search for, how can we look for intelligence, aliens we talk? Okay, there are some movies. The PK himself was alien. He came from other Gola planet. Koi mil gaya. So this intelligence that we were being visited. They say, people say that we are visited by these type of aliens, okay, today's words, by these extraterrestrial intelligent. They are coming here, visiting the earth like PK. PK, oh yeah, okay? Actually, that person was not from the earth, from another place, another planet he came. So they say that they are coming and visiting, but for that we should have very nice, very good proof that yes, we have seen, we have noticed, and that this is the evidence. I don't see any contradiction at all. There is no contradiction. The idea of being visited is, okay, the people say that we are visited. There is no contradiction. There is no opposition. prospect but requires the most severe and rigorous standard of evidence. But it requires, okay, you say some of the scientists, aeronautical, those who are working on a space, they say that we are visited. But what proof you have? And not just proof is simply, but it should be very rigorous. Very solid reason should be there. The interviewer asked Dr. Sagan to comment on the stories that people have told of being abducted or kidnapped. People are telling that they have kidnapped. They are coming, visiting, abducted is kidnapped, okay? People take and just grab it and take it away. Childs are kidnapped very often. So this type of stories they have heard. What you want to say about it by the extraterrestrial? Extraterrestrials come, extraterrestrial intelligence come on the earth, they kidnap someone and then they go away. These types of stories are also prevailing. So what you want to say about these stories? He was asked if these people have provided a strong evidence. And then he is cross-questioning them to interview. That people say the stories. But have they given any very solid proof, evidence, having visited the earth, that they have visited the earth? Okay, fine, there is no contradiction. But is there any proof? Carl Sagan, the evidence is almost entirely anecdote. Is a very nice word. Anecdote is stories. Okay? The evidence is anecdote. The evidence is just they make a story, not a solid proof. Over here, a short stories like say anything. The fact that someone says something doesn't mean it's true. They may say so many things. Somebody comes and tells so many things, that does not mean that it's true unless and until we have very rigorous, very solid proof. The evidence is there. Yes, we have seen he was doing like this, some photos or something like that, but this type of evidence is not found. To be taken seriously, he says, the matter should be taken very seriously. You need a physical evidence, not just talking in the air. Chalk is existing. Yes, this is a physical evidence. Yes, we can see, we can touch. So, they say these extraterrestrials have come to the earth, they have visited the earth, they have kidnapped some of them, but for their physical evidence, you have what? They don't have. You need a physical evidence that can be examined. We can observe, we can examine, we can inspect, we can do some research by skeptical scientists. Skeptical, very good word once again. Skeptics, those who are doubting, some of the scientists. So a skeptical, doubting, doubt. The scientists, they doubt, do research, and then they come to conclusion that yes, this is true, this is fact, this is evidence, otherwise it is all wrong. So the skeptical scientists, for example, are scrapping of the whole ship and the discovery that it contains elements that don't exist on earth. Scratching, okay, you find out everything. You do lot of research, lot of studies, and then at the end when you come to the conclusion, they say it is not existing on earth. So that is this type of evidence is of no use. But there is no scrapping or other evidence. No evidence is there, no proof is there. All there are stories, merely stories, anecdotes. Talk about unidentified objects are flying, as we have seen in the live class. They are there. Even our ancestors, they were talking about. But evidence? There is no evidence. Dr. Carl Sagan, scientist, is telling this is all stories and nothing else. Let us see what he says. There are instances of disturbed soil. Soil is disturbed thoroughly. Maybe a lot of peat digged away. But it can disturb soil with a shovel. Okay, that is a spade, type of instrument. They themselves can do something. What evidence they are giving? See, the aliens, the extra intelligence have visited. That's why this land is becoming like this. But like this can be done with that shovel. Okay, people are using. It's like a spade with a wooden handle. We can dig. A shovel. There are instances of people claiming to flashlights. Flashlights, lights are seen in the sky. UFOs, unidentified objects, and the UFOs flashback. They only give flashback. See, this type of evidence they are giving. What? That see the land is disturbed. Now that can be disturbed with spade, with the shovel. People are giving the evidence that there is a flashlight of UFO. What is Dr. Carl Sagan says. But the pilots of aeroplanes can also flashback. Okay? When the aeroplane is going, there is also flashback is there. So that is not a rigorous, a solid reason. Especially if they think it would be a good joke to play on the UFOs enthusiasts. These are all these jokes. Okay? Not evidence. So, that does not constitute a good evidence. These are the evidence, these are the proofs which are given by some of the story makers about the extraterrestrial intelligence. Unidentified objects are there. Some of them they say they are coming and visiting our earth, but they are failed to give evidence. Okay, there is no evidence, there is no solid proof, there is no rigorous evidence that people will believe that yes, extraterrestrial intelligence have visited the earth. Okay, so this is a point of view. We have seen this unit, okay, these main activities. They are talking about the unidentified flying objects, extraterrestrial intelligence being visited. They are coming here, but no. And for that, the different institution has their own point of view. Though it is the same topic, they are not able to come to the point, to a same conclusion that this is what. Why? Because there is no solid proof, there is no rigorous evidence, and this is evidence. What is the evidence now? That is the fact, it is so clearly that something exists on the earth. That is the evidence. It's a fact. We can touch, we can feel, we can see. we can smell one of them, okay, out of these five senses, at least one. But about this extraterrestrial, not even a single thing is same. Not even a single. So we have seen this, explored many ideas. Many people have said many things. You gave your own point of view about the extraterrestrial life and listen to the points of view of your classmates also. Sometimes they may say so many stories they might have heard from their grandparents. Okay, this is all other things. And these are the things where we have to learn that though it is the same topic, all the scientists, even today also research is being done. Everybody in their field, aeronauticals, on the space, they are looking, they have seen something is there which cannot be identified. Either it is a plane, it is another planet, it is what? It is a stars? No. They don't have any evidence that they can see, they can say that these extraterrestrials are really existing on earth or not. Okay, so in our life also there are so many things, but we have many times different points of view. What is my points of view about the particular thing? Alright, so this is the last main activity we have seen, chapter 4, and we have given a notes. Write it in your workbook very nicely and thoroughly. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home. Stay safe.